Welcome back to my journey across America. In this video, I left the Desert View Tower and was thrown onto the freeway again to get through the In-Copar Pass. But once I was out of the pass, the road and the scenery changed dramatically. I'm in the Desert Tower, looking out. I've come down from those hills. Here we can see how rocky it all is. There's the freeway that I'll be riding on to get down out of these mountains. There's no other road, I have to take the freeway. And in the distance is the plain that I'll end up on, be riding across in a few days' time. Once I was out of the pass, I had to leave the freeway. I entered the town and met another cyclist, George, from New York and lately Los Angeles. He went on the next day, but I stayed back to sample the best burger in the valley, and it was pretty good too. I've come down from the mountains, had a rest day yesterday. I'm about to start crossing the desert. I think part of it's called the Yuma Desert, and then later on it becomes a Sonoran Desert or something along those lines. And got the bike all packed up, ready to go. Today I do 50 kilometres to a town called El Centro. Tomorrow I do 30 to a town called Brawley. And then the following 2 days I have to cross 140 kilometres with no towns or services in between. So I need to take lots and lots of water. So my head's full of planning for all of that sort of stuff. And here's what the bike looks like today. I've got 1 litre of soft drink and 2.5 litres of water, so 3.5 litres of fluid with me for the 50 kilometres, but there's also a town at the 30 kilometre mark. So today's a good day to work out how much water I need. This is what the desert looks like. Over there are hundreds of windmills, because it's a windy area. The side over there is a railway line. I don't know if it's still used, but it's there. And on the other side of that is the freeway. And here in front of me is a road closed sign. But I was warned about this, that there was a bridge that was closed, and the chap said that it's fine. I'd be able to either go across on it because it's not that damaged, it's just not good for cars and trucks. But I've noticed that all the other cars coming along here are going around. They're going down into that gully there. Not actually sinking into the sand, but I have to be off the road because there's actually traffic crossing here. Which is crazy because I was told that this road didn't have any traffic on it at all, but I'm quite happy that it does. If I swing the bike around, there's the bridge. we go ahead. Oh, push through that deep sand. I've actually got a headwind too, and I'm going so slow it hardly makes any difference. This is the Days Inn in Brawley. I usually like to camp as much as possible because I actually like camping and it makes the whole trip a lot more affordable, but every couple of days I go into a hotel, particularly if I'm pretty hot and exhausted and dirty from cycling days on end, or I'm really fed up with the weather, or as in this case I'm planning to spend 3 days crossing the desert. So I thought I would stay in a hotel because that way in the morning I can just get up and go really quickly without having to muck around and pack up the tent and everything. And this is my room, 114, with a lovely sun there. And because I got here earlier in the day, I'm spending a fair bit of time actually mucking around on catching up with emails and doing a bit of YouTube stuff and so on and on and on. And the most amazing news of all is that I have 83 subscribers, which is about 80 more than I thought that I'd ever get. But if you're not a subscriber already and you think you might want to be, look around. I'm sure you'll find the button somewhere to subscribe. Okay, thank you. Till next time when I cross the desert. Bye.